Hello everybody, welcome to the Stade Hijo in Yaoundé. Thank you again all for joining me. This evening we are turning our attention back to the football after the events of the last 24 hours, which obviously have overshadowed what happened last night, have really cast a dark shadow over this African Cup of Nations tournament. I spoke to Dr. Patrice Motsepe earlier today and he vowed to get to the bottom of what happened yesterday. There's going to be a hearing tomorrow. He's vowed as well that this will never happen again on his watch. They're not postponing the tournament. They're not cancelling the tournament. Both of those ideas were mooted. I know some of you were in favour at least of today being called off or postponed till tomorrow. But instead, the games went ahead today. There was a minute's silence before the match I was at here, Morocco against Malawi, to honour the 8 victims, the 8 casualties from last night's tragic stadium stampede. And yeah, so this evening we're going to talk a little bit about Malawi, Morocco. I want to talk about that Malawi performance because they've gone home, but they were the last COSAFA team flying the flag for the region. Zambia didn't make it, South Africa didn't make it, Angola didn't make it, Zimbabwe have gone home, Comoros have gone home last night. Malawi pushed Morocco close, and I tell you what, if they hadn't conceded at the end of that first half, I think it could have been a different story today because Gabadinho Mhango up front was sensational. He had another big chance. The goal he did score, I think, possibly goal of the tournament for me. We've seen 2 absolute bangers today with Hakimi's free kick and, of course, with that long-range effort from Mhango that really caught Yassine Bounou by surprise. If you are an Orlando Pirates fan, I know there are a lot of you out there, you've not been supporting South Africa at this tournament because they didn't make it. You definitely haven't been supporting Ghana, probably for the best. Have you been supporting Malawi? Have you been supporting your boy Gaba Mhango? And are you impressed with what he's shown from a Buccaneers point of view during this tournament? I spoke afterwards to the Malawi coach and he said that Mhango was one of several players in that squad who need to be playing at a higher level. So that doesn't bode particularly well for Orlando Pirates with the Malawi head coach talking up his players' prospects of leaving Soweto and of moving overseas. But I do think that Mhango is someone who may well have put himself in the shop window with his performances, both against Zimbabwe with that double that basically eliminated the Warriors, and then his performance here tonight where he scored an absolute blinder against a Sevilla goalkeeper. This is one of the beauties of the Nations Cup, is when we see players from perceived lesser leagues, there's a difference between PSL and La Liga, scoring against one of Africa's top 3 goalkeepers. But we've got to talk about Achraf Hakimi. I mean, he's not getting much of a look in at Paris Saint-Germain when it comes to the free kicks. Obviously, there's Neymar, there's Messi, there's Mbappe. They're all not bad when it comes to striking a set piece. But from what he showed today and what he showed against Gabon, maybe he should be taking the free kicks because that boy, I tell you what, that technique, he knows how to strike him. And even if we're just looking at his free kick contribution, this tournament's been outstanding, but look at the rest of his contribution. Look at how instead of just going on the outside these days, he cuts inside. How his contribution defensively, but also what that extra attacking thrust gives Morocco. It's kind of similar to Serge Aurier in his prime, the way his directness and his athleticism gave the Ivory Coasts that extra man all the time. And I think we're seeing a similar impact from Hakimi. I spoke to his coach after the game, Vahid Halilhodzic, and he told me that he believes that Hakimi, alongside Trent Alexander-Arnold, is the best right back in the world. Let me know if you agree with that assessment. Is Hakimi the world's number 1 or the joint number 1 in his position? And if not, who's better than him? Because Coach Vahid certainly believes that he's, apart from maybe Trent, he's the best right back in the world. And you watch him today and you think, how on earth did Real Madrid let him go? How on earth did they let such a supreme talent with that potential? The guy's only 22. He was already around the 2018 World Cup. He already impressed then. And since then, we've seen at club level, he's gone from strength to strength. He's obviously, with Dortmund, he was a bit unlucky with injuries, but he still helped them mount several title challenges. With Real Madrid, he was obviously a Champions League winner. Then with Inter Milan, he won Serie A, really thrived under Antonio Conte, really suited the 3-4-3 formation and allowed him to flourish going forward. We saw him playing a key role as Inter Milan won the Serie A title last season. Now he's got his move to PSG. Maybe it hasn't been, I guess, the brightest start to life at Paris. People were maybe expecting more quickly, but they've had problems this season. They've had problems to start the campaign, and yet Hakimi comes here and he head and shoulders above any other right back at the tournament. Head and shoulders, I'd say, above any other fullback at the tournament. He's Africa's best defender today. You could say maybe Koulibaly or Joel Matip, who's not here, but I would say that Hakimi brings more to a team throughout the all phases of play. And a question for you: I mean, should we be considering Hakimi among potential players of the tournament? Because usually, okay, it's going to go to attacking player. Vincent Aboubakar is the hot favourite. But if Cameroon have started to stutter a little bit, the draw against Cape Verde, only managing to beat Comoros team without a goalkeeper 2-1, whereas Morocco is starting to maybe grow in the tournament, and the impact Hakimi is having from a defensive position, I think has to be lauded. Mimu and Chaffee here. Thanks. Please do send in comments. Let us know what you think about Hakimi's performance, what you think about Morocco's performance. Are they champions? Did we see the champions here today? Mimoun here, just some support for his compatriot, Hakimi Nassi. Yusuf Ibrahim, Goal Africa How, don't understand. And a lot of you sending in your support. Yunusu Mikaya saying, who is man of the match in that game? Yunusu, it could only be one person. It had to be Achraf Hakimi. His performance was outstanding, and he got the winning goal. And what a goal it was! Absolutely sensational finish. He was. Boufal again was impressive, really stepping into the shoes of Hakim Ziyech. And so far, touch wood, Morocco aren't missing